everyone, it's Nova. You're going to see my 10 most new decks. These are all new to me. Some of them are new in the market and some of them are not. And let's just get right into it. The first one is Witch Folk Tarot, which is relatively new. I mean, I think it was published last year. Art by Ray Art. It comes in a simple talk box. This is an indie deck and I bought it from a shop here in the Netherlands. The guidebook is in Russian, English, so English and Russian. Interesting. I can read Russian. Not that well, but I can read and write in Russian. Okay, so anyways, what is very interesting is the images on the cards. These are the gorgeous bags. I have started edging them, as you see, but they are still in order. I have not worked with it yet. And I really like the graphic design of this deck. Also the images. I think they're really cool. Very intuitive and witchy. I love the borders. I've noticed that this deck pairs very well with a lot of my decks, Tarot and Oracle. I saw this deck on Krista's channel, Krista's Chronicles, and I was in love the moment I saw it. And then I checked it. It's available on Etsy, but then if I buy it from Etsy, because it comes from the US, I have to pay a lot. So I was thinking about it, and then just very accidentally I saw it in a shop in Utrecht. Is one of the cities in Netherlands, and I was so happy because it was like 26 euros. I was so happy. I was prepared to pay a lot more for it. Anyways, it's very witchy and symbolic. I just really like this art style. It's simple, very simple, but beautiful. I love the gray borders. There is, you see, this is the, in my opinion, this is the right way of using gray in decks. Because nowadays you see a lot of gray decks, like most of them are collage decks. I do love collage decks, but most collage decks have way too much gray in my opinion. And also not the interesting type of gray. How cool is this? Two of Swords. Different interpretation of the tarot archetypes. Seven of Swords. I think it's really cool. The cardstock is flimsy. But it's very shuffleable. Like you can riffle shuffle it really nicely. Who has this deck? Let me know if you have it and if you've worked with it. Which type of readings do you use it for? So I'm going to edge it, as you see, in this like warm gold, like you see in here. I think it's gonna look nice. So this was the first one, which came to my collection like a month ago. And next is Barbara Walker in a tin. I wanted to have this Barbara Walker. I had seen it. It was always available on Amazon over here in Netherlands. And then one day I noticed that it says there is only one left. It did not mention that there is more coming even. So I immediately jumped on it. These are the gorgeous bags. You have probably seen the standard version of this deck. This is a very important tarot in the history of tarot. and it is a very harsh reader. Look at this judgment. A very feministic approach to tarot. It looks like it's thought based, but it's not. It is just very symbolic and dramatic. And it's really cool. Reading with this deck, although it is harsh, it's exciting. Because it is not subtle at all. And the expressions, not only on the faces, but also on the imagery. Like the imagery has a soul. Each image really has a soul, a spirit. It's more than a mood. A lot more than that. Look at this King of Pentacles. I bought it quite expensive though, because it needed to be shipped from England, I think. So I paid altogether like 32 euros for it, for a little mass market tin deck that is like $35. I am happy with it though. I did not want to miss the chance, because I take my tin decks with me always if I'm traveling, or if I want to take a deck with me. 9 times out of 10 it's a deck in a tin. So I really wanted to have a Barbra Walker in a tin for that purpose. Oh, the next deck that I want to show you is the Radiant Tarot, the Rider-Waite-Smith, and I have trimmed it. I've trimmed the border and then leave the corners sharp because I like it like that. I think it's cool. Edge them also in this yellow. So let's take a look at it. It looks really cool now, in my opinion, without the white borders. It's funky. Like the colors become more funky that way. What do you think? Look at this one. So this is another one in a tin. It is quite small, and if you trim it, it's even smaller. But I really love it now. It's something else. It became very special. This small and with no borders and sharp edges. With these vibrant and deep colors. Very special. I bought this one for like 22 euros. The tin decks are quite expensive, right? Look at this. So yeah, these are the rest of the cards. I love this Hermit. Love the purple. And the way the purple is used, where it's used and how it's used. So this was the third deck. Next, I think this was a time for mini decks. This is the Classic Tarot Mini. This was published last year. It says 2023. But it arrived Amazon Netherlands very recently, like 2 weeks ago. And I love it. I adore this little box. It's so small and beautiful. I have also the standard version of this deck, but on the standard version you get keywords on the side, and I like this one a lot better without keywords. It's still in order. It's so small. It's really little. So this deck was first created in the 1800s in Italy. It is an iconic deck. It's very similar to that. There is another mass market tarot by Lo Scarabeo. It's called I forgot. What was the name of that one? Ancient Italian Tarot. It's very similar to that deck, but with a different color palette. This deck has pinks. I think the other deck does not have any pink. This one has pinks. Therefore, I like it better. It's gorgeous. Oof. If you were thinking of getting this deck, do it because it's just 13 euros. And it's definitely worth it. Very good quality cardstock. It's a Lo Scarabeo production. Deck number 5 is Tarocchi 23 by Gergely Bagameri. So this was published in 2023. It is relatively new and it arrived my collection more than a month ago. Guys, the cardstock is amazing. And I have not worked with this gorgeous deck yet. I don't want it to come out of order. So these are the backs in simple, beautiful, light pink. It has sharp edges, which I really appreciate on a Marseille deck. And I really love this one. Oof. Gorgeous. So good. The expressions. I love a close-up tarot in general. Really like the color palette. The pinks and this beautiful mustard yellow together, combined with this gorgeous green and blues and everything. It's really nice. This is really a piece of art. Every card is. What a gorgeous deck. It feels so good in my hands. I am really happy with this one. Extremely happy. I bought it for like something around 48 euros. I think. Yeah, 48. And then I had to pay 15 euros for shipment. So it is not a cheap deck, and it also really deserves to be even more expensive than what it is, for sure. Because the cardstock is also something else. Look at this. I mean, come on. It's so good. Let me show you the court cards of each suit. Simple and clean and beautiful, artistic. It's lovely. I'm so happy with it. Okay, next. Next is an old deck, Tarot Balbi. So this is an iconic Marseille deck. And look at the box. I got it secondhand. This was published in Spain. The first copy of this deck was published in 1976, I think, which was a very important year for tarot, especially in Spain. So these are the gorgeous backs And I want to study this deck. Because it has esoteric information, as you see. How cool is this? It's really cool. Wow. And the cardstock is really worked, you know, like it's really soft and nice. It's used and loved, you can feel that. And it adds to its character. Look at these beautiful pips. Very excited to work with this one. Look at this. How cool. The page of coins gives me two of coins vibes here. It's really cool. Very happy with this purchase. Who has Tarot Barbie and who works with it? And what do you use it for? What type of readings? Please let me know. If you have any tips for me, write in the comments, please. Okay, next is Buffy the Vampire Slayer. As you see, it's a very eclectic group of decks. My whole collection is very eclectic. My whole house is very eclectic. Okay, so this is the guidebook. It's nice. I've read a few cards. It's cool. I love the cardstock and box quality. I really like the tactile experience of Inside Edition decks. So this is a fandom deck about Buffy the Vampire Slayer. These are the backs. I have done this beautiful edging because it doesn't come edged. And it makes such a big difference when you edge these cards. So the reason I bought this deck is the color palette. I really love the color palette. The graphic design. Also the art style, I really like it. As I said, the card quality, it's the exact level of thickness and butteriness that I like, because it's still very shuffleable. You can riffle shuffle these decks easily. I've done quite a few readings. It reads so well. I do not like the series at all, the Buffy series. I think it's ridiculous. I mean, it's just a personal taste. So I did not buy this deck because of the series at all. I'm looking at it as a tarot deck, not a fandom. Like, I'm not relating to the stories of the series because I cannot watch the series. To me, it's that bad. I cannot stand it. And if you like it, I mean, please don't take this as a, I'm not trying to knock it, but I'm saying that I got this deck because of itself, because of its design. And I am very happy that I got it because it reads really well. Have you noticed that I've shown you all the cards? Almost all the cards. I love this sun card. Really nice. Alright, we have 3 more to go. So next one is this huge baby here. This is a majors only Marseille deck, a French one with a huge guidebook. This guidebook is like this much larger than my hand. And look at it. It is in French though. But this is a proper study book. My French is not good. Like I can just recognize some words, but that's it. It is very large. The cards are very large and I like that. I got it because of the size of the cards and the golden borders. I think they're really cool. I think they are very funky. I wanted to use them as significator cards, also altar cards. What do you think? I think they're really cool. And I'm going to edge them too with a gold Sharpie. I bought this second hand. I think it's out of print. It has 70s vibes and I like it for that. Number 9, the Wild and Sacred Feminine deck. A 52 card oracle and guidebook by Nikki DeWart and Elizabeth Marglin, illustrated by Jenny Kostecki Shaw. I apologize if I butchered your names. The feminine creates and transforms, adapts and abides, loves and consoles. Your own potential is reflected in her many faces. It's so true. This is what this deck does. Within you lives the wild and sacred feminine. Invoke her empowering wisdom through these 52 beautifully illustrated cards and their intuitive guidance. May this deck reveal an exquisite aliveness where everything is held sacred and nothing is held back. It's such a good oracle deck, guys. The guidebook is precious. And you get the cards in front of the write-ups, so you can study this guidebook properly. It has different suits, like 4 different suits, right? Let's see. The Wild Feminine is the first suit, so you got some cards for this one. And they're color-coded with the bottom border. The second suit is the Elemental Feminine with these color borders. And then you have the Archetypal Feminine. So you get like goddesses and guardians. This one is Bodhisattva, and the keyword is awakening. And the next is Divine Feminine. And they have made a mistake with Divine Feminine. Instead of being this color in the cards, you see green here. Oh, Divine Feminine. So here you have the goddesses. Here you have Bridget, for example, Hathor, Kuan Yin. So the other one was archetypal. Yeah, like you have Curandera, Lover, Maiden, Mother, Muse, Mystic. With the other one, with this one was Elemental Feminine, so you have here Rainbow, Pearl, Ocean, Moon, and it's so wise. There is so much wisdom in this guidebook. Not only that, but also I've always pulled the right card. I have worked with this deck like maybe 15 times, and every single time the right card came out. These are the backs, and I have edged them to go with this pink here, with this beautiful soft pink. Turtle, grounding. Kalima, fierce love. Pachamama, reciprocity. So in the guidebook, it shows these borders green, like this color, and these borders in this color. So these two are switched, which is fine. River, surrender. Wolf, mastery. Curandera, healing. The paintings are so good. Very evocative and intuitive and beautiful. Stunning art. I really like this deck so much. I always saw it in Annette's videos. Annette over at Project Refined Life. She always uses this deck and talks about it. She caused me to go and get this deck, and I am so happy I did. Thank you so much, Annette. She has an amazing channel. I will put a link to her channel in the description box. Please check her out. She's a lovely person, very special person, really. She has such a nice personality. I always binge watch her videos. And this deck always reminds me of her. Like, it has her energy. Compassion, Kuan Yin. So this was deck number 9, which I have bought two or 3 months ago. It took me some time to show it to you guys. Okay, the last one is the Wild Unknown Alchemy deck and guidebook, written and illustrated by Kim Krans. You most probably have seen this deck. Maybe you even have it. So there is a box in the box, and there is a beautiful guidebook. I have read the guidebook for a few of the cards, but I have not worked with the deck yet. This is definitely a learning experience. So you get 1 page per card. If you know Kim Krans, if you're familiar with her writing style, it's really good, very informative, and I find it really joyful to read. And I want to use these cards for learning about alchemy, but also I want to pair this deck with my other tarot decks. I think this deck must pair really well. So as you see, it is still in order. Solace, sun. Luna, moon. Wow, these cards are sticking to each other big time for some reason. They are very matte, but you see, do you feel it? I really have to pull. Really cool. I actually don't need to keep this deck in order. Why are they like this? Why are they? I've never had this issue with any other deck. Maybe it's because of the shape as well. Wow, that's crazy. So you have all the elements here. Quicksilver, silver, gold. How am I gonna shuffle this deck? Antimony, wise salt, sulfur, glass. It is beautiful though. I really like this art style, and I love this shape. I have all of her other decks, Kim Kranz's other decks, and I'm also going to get the, what's the round one? The archetypal one is coming out in a smaller version, much smaller, in a round box, in a little round box. So I'm going to get that one as well. Okay, now these ones are free. These ones are not sticking to each other. So I showed you guys all the cards. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for staying with me to the end. And if you like my videos, I would really appreciate if you subscribe and share and like. Help me out in whichever way you can. And I hope to see you in my next video.